Welcome, dear listeners. I'm thrilled to have you join me for another episode of our podcast. Let's kick things off with a thought-provoking quote. To desire a state is to confess you do not occupy it. This simple yet profound statement sets the stage for our discussion today. We'll be exploring the nuanced difference between desiring something and actually dwelling in that state. It's a journey many of us are familiar with, and I believe it's crucial to understand how these two experiences diverge. So, stick around as we dissect this topic, share some insights, and hopefully help you shift from mere desire to truly living the life you seek. Desire is a powerful spark, the initial motivator that ignites our journey toward a goal or dream. However, stopping at desire alone can often keep us in a state of longing and lack. When you desire something, you're acknowledging the absence of it in your life. This yearning, while natural, can sometimes perpetuate a feeling of deficiency. So how do we move beyond pure desire? That's where the concept of dwelling comes in. Dwelling means mentally, emotionally, and spiritually living from the end. It's about assuming the feeling of your wish already fulfilled. When you dwell in the state of having what you desire, you shift your internal narrative. Instead of focusing on the absence, you start to internalize the presence of your desired state. This mental shift is pivotal because it aligns your emotions and actions with the reality you're aiming to create. To truly transform your desires into reality, it's essential to evolve from wanting to confidently assuming. This doesn't mean you ignore the journey or the steps required to achieve your goal. Instead, it involves cultivating a mindset where the end state is a given, allowing you to navigate your path with a sense of assurance and fulfillment. By dwelling in the feeling of your wish granted, you don't just dream about what could be. You start to embody what is already in alignment with your highest aspirations. Now, let's talk about the signs that you're stuck in desire. One clear indication is constant craving coupled with repeating affirmations without genuine belief. It's one thing to speak what you want into existence, but without truly believing it, those affirmations can feel hollow and ineffective. You might find yourself endlessly hoping for something rather than embodying the certainty that it's already yours. Another telltale sign is when you keep checking for evidence and doubting your progress. This could be as simple as repeatedly looking for signs that your desire is manifesting, only to feel disappointed when the evidence doesn't show up on your timeline. It's this continual cycle of hope and doubt that keeps you firmly planted in a state of desire rather than fulfillment. Lastly, it's about distinguishing your language. Are you talking about your desire in a way that acknowledges it's something yet to be achieved? Or are you speaking from a place of the fulfilled state, as if your wish has already been granted? This subtle but significant difference in your speech can have a profound impact on your mental and emotional alignment. Instead of saying, I want to be, try saying, I am. It shifts the focus from a state of lack to a state of presence and fulfillment. All right, let's get into how to dwell in the fulfilled state. The first step is creating a short, vivid, imaginal scene that implies success. This isn't just daydreaming. Imagine an event or moment that would naturally occur if your desire were already fulfilled. It could be as simple as receiving a congratulatory message or enjoying a moment that signifies accomplishment. Next, it's crucial to feel this scene as real until it becomes natural. Allow yourself to experience the emotions you'd feel if this scene were happening right now. This could mean feeling joy, relief, excitement, or peace. The key is to immerse yourself in these feelings as deeply as possible. And here's the cornerstone. Returning to this state whenever you drift into worry, lack, or efforting. It's easy to slide back into old patterns of thinking, especially when faced with external pressures. When that happens, gently bring yourself back to your imaginal scene and the feelings associated with it. This practice helps to solidify your internal state of fulfillment, gradually making it your default way of being. So, in essence, you're reprogramming your mind and emotions to align with your desired reality, instead of being swayed by temporary doubts or setbacks. This shift from desire to dwelling is subtle, but incredibly powerful when practiced consistently. The next point I want to touch upon is understanding that you don't need to force reality. Instead, just change the state you're in. There's an insightful quote that goes, "Your world is always a reflection of the state you occupy." What does this mean exactly? Well, it means that the reality you experience is fundamentally a mirror of your internal state, the emotions, beliefs, and thoughts you hold. If you're constantly in a state of lack or desire, that's what you'll continue to see in your external world. But when you shift your state to one of fulfillment and abundance, your reality begins to align with that new state. It's not about pushing or forcing outcomes to happen, but rather about embodying the state that reflects your desires already being fulfilled. This inner transformation then naturally influences your outer world, creating the experiences you truly seek. So the key takeaway here is that by changing your internal state, you change your external reality. It's a powerful reminder that the state you maintain within yourself has a direct impact on the life you live. Before we wrap up today's episode, I'd like to leave you with a parting message from Neville. Stop chasing, stop waiting, dwell in the state, and the world will take shape around it. This profound reminder encapsulates our entire discussion. Living as if your desires have already been fulfilled transforms your internal state, which in turn reshapes your external reality. It's not about the chase or the constant wait. It's about becoming and embodying that state right now. And with that, I want to tease what we have in store for our next episode. We'll be discussing your assumptions are prophecies, diving into how your underlying beliefs and assumptions are shaping your reality every day. You won't want to miss it.